Hello and welcome to my video on the Buy It Now feature on MadBid.com. What is the Buy It Now feature? The feature enables you to buy the product being auctioned by MadBid for the Buy It Now price minus the amount you've spent bidding on the auction. For example, every auction with the buy button is one with the Buy It Now feature. It's not available on all auctions, although it is available on most. Here's an example of one where it isn't available, and it will say, and the button will be greyed out like this. But let's choose one with the feature. So we click on the buy button, and it tells you how much your Buy It Now price is. Now my Buy It Now price for this iPad is £514.65. It was £515, but a few moments ago I placed a bid on it, and to bid on the iPad costs 7 credits per bid, as you can see here, and it tells you after you place the bid how much your credits are worth. So I've used 7 paid credits worth 35p, so that's 5p each. That's how much I paid for them. So my Buy Now price has dropped accordingly by 35p. Now you may be wondering what the point of the Buy It Now price is, because you may have noticed that it's always above the RRP. For example, on this iPad, the RRP is £499. That's how much you could buy it for from Apple. And on MadBid, the Buy It Now price is always a slightly inflated RRP. In this case, £515. So, you know, why would you want to buy it now for more than you could buy it in the shop? Well, the whole point of the Buy It Now feature isn't that you go on MadBid and click Buy Now and pay £515. It's a kind of worst-case scenario option. Let me explain. Were I to bid on this auction 1,472 times, then I could buy it now for nothing, because 1,472 times 35p is £515. So I will have used up £515 worth of credits on the auction, and so I won't be buying it now for nothing, because I've already spent the money buying the credits beforehand. But the point is, I bid on the auction over 1,000 times. I didn't win it, but I don't have to walk away empty-handed. I walk away with an iPad that only cost me £15 more than it would have cost me in the shop. And of course, you would be quite unlucky to bid that many times, 1,472, and not win it. So as I say, it's a worst-case scenario. It's like a fallback plan or a backup option, because you might win it with the 5th bid and only pay £20 for the new iPad 3. You might win it on your 131st bid and win it for sort of £50 or £60, or you might win it with your 739th bid and win it for a few £100, but still several £100 less than you would have paid for it in the shop. And that's why people play on MadBid, for the chance of winning things for pennies, or for vastly less than they cost in the shops. And you'll notice on the site that the big bidders use the Buy It Now feature, and that's because they can reduce their risk in this way, and also because it allows you to build up a reputation. Because if I did bid on this iPad 1,472 times, and you were watching the auction, you would remember my name, and you'd go, oh, well, I watched him. And say you saw me on another auction next week, you might say, oh, well, last week I saw him bidding on an iPad and he just wouldn't stop bidding. You know, he's a crazy person, I don't want to bid against him, I'll just sit this one out. And that might allow me to win whatever that auction is very cheaply. And that's what the big bidders do. They build up this kind of reputation by using the Buy It Now feature to reduce their risk, and then people stop bidding against them because they don't want to waste their credits. And so they start picking up cheap wins. And if you want to be one of those people who wins things week in, week out, and saves money or makes money, or whatever you're trying to do on MadBid, then you need to make use of the Buy It Now feature. There's really no other way. And that's all I wanted to say about it, really. I hope you found this useful, and thank you for listening. And the last thing I want to say is please check out my website with much more on how MadBid works. It's at thepennyauctionsite.co.uk. Cheers.